What's a tech-related misconception that you often hear and you wish people would stop believing? 2020 is the limit of our perception of hearing. Not true. Human beings can tell a difference if a low-pass filter is applied above 20s. There are numerous reasons a 19x recording of analog master tape is far superior than CD quality. Because the frequency response extends out to the highest frequency of the digital format. People have a hard time hearing sine waves of pure pitch past 20s, but it's a measure of fidelity and resolution of sound. Equalizers have an effect no matter how high the frequency. No, the apps really aren't listening to you and profiling your behavior based on that. That's not why you're getting ads about the thing you just mentioned while the cell phone was near. You are being profiled based on visited websites, behavior while in apps, location, device properties, kind of device, language, though I've signals stuff that combines e.g. location and speed to determine you're probably on a train. This is what all those app permissions are for. Ad companies are not friggin' Pegasus. VPNs are not security products. They will not protect you from hackers. They are at best privacy products. They advertise encryption as if it's adding an extra protective layer to your connection. No, they're just encrypting the tunnel. Which, yeah, I would sure hope so. If you're inputting sensitive data into a sketchy website, no VPN is going to protect you. If you don't use MFA, no VPN is going to keep a hacker out of your account. Just because I'm a programmer doesn't mean I know all of tech. Do you know how broad of an umbrella that is? That's basically saying since you're a scientist, you should know all of science. That's ridiculous. I can program software just fine. That asked me to set up a network with subnets and routing. Could not tell you. IT people and developers have some overlap, but more differences than similarities, to be honest. There's this misconception that being a software developer is about sitting alone in front of a computer and writing code all day. We call these code monkeys, and they're pretty rare even at the lower levels. Writing code is the smallest and easiest part of developing software, and the absolutely most important skill in the field is interpersonal communication, both verbally and via code. Agile is a benefit to the SDLC. Every waterfall environment I've been in that wants to switch over to Agile ends up in a hellish in-between stage. COBOL and mainframe computing need to be phased out. Every job I've had has been going away in 18-24 months. All of those systems are still getting active development and excellent at the jobs they've been designed to do. That it's too big of an amplifier that is responsible for blowing a tweeter. The truth is the opposite. When an underpowered amp can't produce enough power, the signal hits a ceiling. That Corner-Furriers theorem essentially converts all that lower fret energy to high frequencies. And what was supposed to come out your woofer won't fit out your tweeter, bruh. No. IT is not reading your email. I also don't watch your screen. I don't know your password. There is not a single person in the company who knows your password except you, unless you gave it away. No. I can't just log you into someone else's account. I don't even know who you are and will probably never interact with you unless you come to me first. It is related to technology, and it is a misconception, being that I know what I am talking about or expect me to even know what I am looking at. When showing me some gadget or machinery, I usually just nod my head and say some random word I memorized from the tech dictionary, smile, thumbs up, and life continues. You're skilled in one area means you're able to do anything from write a linear regression, TensorFlow function to solder a new chip onto an old motherboard to set up and manage BGP between locations. I'm aware of many of those things. I would not trust myself to be responsible for many of those things. How simple everything is. Working in IT. I think a lot of people don't realize how much work goes into making something simple for you, the end user. So many people seem to think there's this like master system that controls everything, and I can just go in and fix whatever issue you're having with a couple of clicks. When people post that they uninstalled, reinstalled multiple times to solve some minor glitch, if it didn't work the first time, it's not your answer. Just a huge waste of time and bandwidth. Maybe Google search the issue before going directly to new, because more often than not it's some dumb setting misconfigured. Kind of the opposite. But I'm a networking engineer, and every time my phone doesn't get signal, I raise and shake up like a Polaroid. When asked if told family members and others that it helps achieve the signal better, and occasionally I'll see them do it too. I really hope it spreads. Wi-Fi is just a network protocol. People continuously assume that's the internet. No, just a thing that we use with networks that may or may not also be on the internet. I've even heard people they have no Wi-Fi signal on their phone when they're in an area without cell coverage. Shudder. Why to shine on social media or hit lighting in a box and become viral or have great engagement with your audiences, which most companies lack as they just want to sell without investing in other mediums. Newer isn't always better. Novelty does not equal innovation. A lot of self-styled tech enthusiasts fall for this. There are several good metrics to judge whether something is actually bringing something more to the table, or if it's just a marketing gimmick meant to get more money out of you. At least I'm hearing it. Just because the software is proprietary and or paid does not mean it is better. My university professor with tools they want us to use in their lectures. And just to clarify beforehand, no, they are not talking about support in any way or form. IT did nothing to your computer to make it suddenly run slow. It might be because you have 15 Chrome tabs, 10 Excel files, 20 Word files, 3 instances of Outlook open and another 20 PDFs open. My old computer never had this problem. I can almost assure you it would have. Someone hacked my account. I didn't say those things. Ya did. And you're a racist, drunk, misogynist, bigot, moron, or other thing that makes you your pick. Own it. Not every Ambien or Adderall-fueled meltdown on social media is a random hacker. I still believe magnets are bad for all parts of the computer. Disks, memory, monitors, etc. Magnets near computers scare me. Even near cell phones. I wish I would stop believing it and embrace the many magnetic accessories that I could be using. That your computer using most or all of the available RAM for caching automatically means you need more RAM. Or that those RAM clearing tools are necessary and doing any good. That's not how memory management works anymore. That removing force quitting all your recent apps by swiping them up from the app switcher will make your iPhone run faster or save battery life. HTTPS Daring Fireball. Net 2017-07 You should not force quit apps. Cloud is just someone else's computer. It's true in a literal sense, but glosses over how ridiculously secure e.g. a properly configured S3 bucket is even from AWS employees versus the crap you might set up yourself. TV burn-in if you do lots of gaming on them. Maybe if you still game on a plasma display, or don't have an old TV with no pixel saver feature. I have yet to see a letterbox or hotbar ghost image on my TV. That technology was working yesterday, so it should work today. Why? Why would it break suddenly? I hear it all the time at work. It's bizarre. People don't realize it's a miracle any of this works anyway. I thought nothing is ever really gone online. This is the most aggravating thing to spew back in my face. When I tell someone that they permanently deleted something 30 days ago, and it can't be recovered. If I work in IT, I know anything more about a home printer setup or network setup than anyone else. I'm good at Googling, so I guess that helps. That I struggle with my Wi-Fi printer or network like anyone else. That the internet is tubes, and online gambling will clog up the tubes with the casino chips. Not joking. Some really old U.S. politicians said this in Congress many years ago. Or something very similar. Used to work for a cable company. Not ever doing cable is a safety hazard because there is actually very little electricity going through fiber lines. They think every cable is a copper power line. That Y2K was completely overblown. It was a genuine potential catastrophe that was only avoided because countless individuals worked hard to make sure it didn't. When people say they hacked their friends' social media because they didn't log off, that's like me saying I hot-wired your car when the keys were in the ignition. Exponential growth is always short-lived and is followed by a long period of logarithmic growth. AI is well past the exponential phase, like cell phones. seconds. Several lies spread about ES and their batteries, the fires, the tires, the range, the weight, the particles. Sounds like TMX. Who we be? Law. Dat posting that's stupid. I hereby do not consent to give Facebook permission. Has any effect on the company harvesting your data anyway? Haha. Installing and using the Linux operating system is hard. No, it's actually much faster and easier to install than either Windows or macOS. Computer science isn't a course that teaches you programming. It's mostly computational theory and a lot of maths. I hate linear algebra. Dat laptop batteries on Windows PC lasts 13 hours. Because that's what it says on the manufacturer's website. Edit, they don't. All the crap from movies. You can't reboot the mainframe firewall via an encoded bypass key. That's not what any of that means. If your device gets wet, put it in rice. This doesn't help dry the device, and just gets rice in ports and hard to reach areas. As a software engineer working from home, I spend all day playing video games. I only spend one to the day playing video games. The computer is not keeping you from signing in. You forgot your fucking password again. You are a goddamn etch-a-sketch. That it's a good field to break into. The market is drowning and most of the tech workers I know are unemployed. Gold-plated connectors on the cable ensure better signal quality. Gold is just used because it oxidizes less. That every current trend in technology, AI, crypto, VR, is going to ruin the civilization as we know it. Hackers broke into server. They fucking did not. They wouldn't know how crackers broke in.